Hi and welcome back, and in this video we're going to be looking at how you can get grant funding for that beginning stage of your CIC journey. So this is the early stage when it's just you as a social entrepreneur working through your idea, working through what you're going to be doing, getting directors, etc. So that early stage you could go for UnLtd, UnLtd it's called. So UnLtd Foundation you can find in the link on this video, and I'll put it in the description. They have various different grants for different stages, and they've got one that is £8,000. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you more about that. So before I get into it, please hit the subscribe button for everything to do with community interest companies, social enterprises, grant funding, and all that jazz. If you want to know more about starting a CIC or a social enterprise or being a community artist, jump over to my website where I've got a course, how to set up a CIC and get grant funded in 4 months. And I've also got a new course for community artists. Aside from that, I've also got a membership and I mentor people as well. So that aside, so let's talk about UnLtd Foundation. So they are a grant funder, and the great thing about them is that they will actually, unlike a lot of the others, give you as a social entrepreneur a grant. So you could do this as an individual person. You don't have to have already started your CIC. You could also do this if you've got an LTD and that you are still wanting to do some kind of social enterprise. So this is great because it's not restricted to sort of most of the other grant funders where you need an established community interest company or charity, and you need to have your directors and all your structure already set up. So the beauty of this grant is that it's in that early stage. So some of the benefits there are that you could ask for grant funding for the following. So what are some of the things you could ask to be funded for? So you could ask for grant funding to actually come up with and define your idea. So you could do that by running taster sessions, by doing community engagement, so doing the feedback forms, engaging with partners, that kind of stage. You could ask for money to have that period of time, so you could come up with like your policies and your mission statement and your website and get all of those core sort of costs that you need in that early stage all set up. So what is the criteria? So you need to be resident to the UK, you need to be over 18, and you need to have some kind of great idea to be a social entrepreneur, and that's it. So the grant funding criteria is very low, unlike other grants. They are also at the moment pledging that they're going to give 50% of their grant funding to the Black and ethnic minority communities. So if you are from one of those communities, you will stand a bit of a better chance of getting these grant funds at the moment, but this could change. So how competitive is it? So UnLtd is quite competitive. I have known lots of people get rejected, so it's definitely, you will need to pitch yourself above the competition. So here's my tips of how to pitch yourself above the competition. In the first 2 sentences, you need to grab the grant funder's attention. You need to say that what you're going to be doing is unique, that it's going to be impactful, that it is going to be exciting. So you really want to use language, exclamation marks that make it sound exciting. Often grant funders, if you haven't nailed it in those first couple of sentences, will practically stop reading and will have already judged your application. So you always put the good stuff at the top of the application. My next tip is make sure you pitch that you are, my next tip is to pitch that you have experience, whether it be life experience or work experience, that you have got this passion to do this social project because you've got some kind of history already, so that they can trust that you are reliable and that you are going to be able to deliver what you want to deliver. So if you've got life experience, you might say, you know, I'm from that background, I'm already established in that community, I've already been doing lots of voluntary work, etc. And next, I would say don't go for the full 8,000. I would pitch it lower. It's better to get some money in with a application than get rejected. And if it is very competitive, which it is at the moment, then you would probably stand out as an application if you asked for less money. So how much money do you really need for that idea stage, that early stage? Well, have a think about what those early costs are for you as a social enterprise. For instance, like you could put your website costs down, insurance, getting your DBS check, getting your safeguarding training, and then putting some money in there for you so that you can afford to spend that time growing and building your idea. So good luck with the application, and if you need any help, remember I have a mentoring service and you can also book a phone call with me, and I'd be more than happy in that phone call to go over your application. The application is fairly small. It's actually only about 2,000 words that you've got to write. So it's a small application, it doesn't take very long, so I'd be more than happy to do that in a phone call with you, which is only £49, and you can book that over on my website.